You may have noticed during our 6 p.m. newscast, our chief meteorologist Tim Smith is live at various locations across the Rio Grande Valley. It's different from being in the studio in front of the green screen. These live shots may look easy, which makes that the magic of television. A lot of different elements are put into place behind the scenes in order to make these live shots look smooth and easy. In our sub-control room, it's the audio engineer who's in charge of Tim's microphone, making sure Tim can be heard. And it's the associate producer who lets me know when it's time to power up the Digero. They're also in charge of making sure Tim has an IFB line. This IFB line works like a cell phone line. It's the IFB line where the producer can talk directly with Tim. The technical director is in charge of making sure the weather graphics are shown to you. This is where you no longer see Tim, and you only see the graphics. And then there's Alan Shoemaker, who works effortlessly, putting the graphics for the 4 p.m. and 5 p.m. newscasts, along with typing the weather segments for our closed captioning audience. You're never forgotten. Alan also has to include the traffic reports for the 4 and 5 p.m. along with closed captioning. Another job Alan is in charge of is the 6 p.m. newscast. He does the exact same thing for Tim. Alan makes Tim's graphics, and sometimes there's specific graphics which Tim requests for the 6 p.m. newscast, along with closed captioning. And then there's traffic, which Alan does for himself, along with, you guessed it, closed captioning. And Tim does appreciate the hard work Alan puts in Monday through Friday. Now, what about the setup on location with Tim? This is what you see when you watch our newscast. And this is what Tim sees. Depending on our location, it's 2 or 3 lights that are set up. Then there's Tim's cell phone, which does 2 things. It's still in communication with our producer, who can talk directly with Tim through the IFB line. And it also shows what we call a rundown, which tells Tim the graphics that will be showing up one after the other. His iPad connects directly with the weather system back at the Weather Center in Weslaco. Of course, my camera and the Digero work together, allowing you to see Tim live on location. And this is how a team works together to make sure one weather live shot looks like magic. For a photographer's perspective, I'm Yolette Garza for Channel 5 News, Sunday, 10:30.